I don't know if we got a tarot Jimmy going here or what. The cool cards, though. First layer. Let's begin. Oh, what have we here? Goop. Your conscious mind has awakened. Something has called you here from beyond. But your presence is yet hazy, undefined, and adrift. To properly exist in this world, you must first develop a self-concept. Consider your options carefully. This is the form you will inhabit for the duration of your adventure. Name her. Oh, let's go with the default. Dia, is it? Is that correct? Sure. Yes, of course. Dia. So it is. So it has always been. Henceforth you will be known in this world as Dia. You are a person of no particular note. You are currently in the awkward stage between adolescence and adulthood. At present you live with your aunt and uncle, Mary and Rowan Stable, in a small town. By the ocean. Of course, by the ocean. I mean, I would like both. Both. As you may have guessed from your circumstances, your parents are presently... living. Very weird. Ah, if only that were true. Yet, sadly, some choices in the world are not yours to make. Oh! Sneaky. You've been raised by your aunt and uncle from a very young age. These days, you work as an assistant at your uncle's... let's do printing press. Right, at a small printing press that he owns. Your work produces small flyers and leaflets, mainly. Nothing is so elaborate as a newspaper. There aren't many people around your age in town. In your free time, you tend to read books of which you prefer... folklore. Indeed, folklore. Tales and traditions handed down through generations. Sometimes influenced by the times, sometimes influencers of the times. Now, with regards to the future, your main goal in life right now is to... travel. Understandably, the time is right to set out on a journey and discover the world for yourself. May that curiosity bring you many wonderful experiences. Yes, it's all becoming very clear now. Your self-concept is beginning to solidify. But before you embark on the adventure, are you satisfied with the answers you provided? Sure. I do like that it gives you a chance to repeat the creation, though. Cool. It's all just as well. The person you are and the beliefs you hold. These things are always changing, aren't they? With that, you are now ready to step inside of the circle. Dia, isn't it? Prepare yourself. This is where your story begins. Good evening. We hope this letter finds you well. Regrettably, we are writing to inform you that your grandfather, Marlowe Whitaker, has been accused of murder. Oh, great. If convicted, he will be sentenced to death. As his closest surviving kin, you are being summoned to the capital city of Lierre to testify in his defense. I've been sitting too long and my ass hurts. Your cooperation in this matter is essential. Can't move. The court will now hear from a relative of the accused. Dia Sable, will you vouch for your grandfather? Wait a minute. Forgive me, but I'm afraid I don't understand. You don't understand? No, I don't. What am I supposed to testify about? You'll present an account of your grandfather's character. The court will weigh it against the evidence and determine his guilt based on that. It's kind of fucked up. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that isn't really... How does that prove anything? So you refuse to testify? That's not it. No, that's not... Then please, begin your testimony. Fine. Whatever. My grandfather is... a kind man, I guess. My grandfather's a kind man. Whenever I would visit, he was always full of warmth. He writes me letters often. I see. Knowing my luck, the grandfather did it, and we're going to get him off. And how would you respond to the allegations leveled against him of abuse? Abuse? Spousal abuse and child, allegedly. I didn't know. My mother never said anything about that. Indeed. Your mother. She passed away while you were still very young. Yeah. And, curiously, you were then sent to live not with your grandfather, but with your late father's brother and his wife. Is that correct? Well, yeah. Interesting. You feel a knot forming in the pit of your stomach. Do you nevertheless stand by your original claim? Yeah. I can only tell what I remember. And what I remember is my grandfather's kindness. That's the truth. You begin to feel suffocated by the audience. In the dull murmuring, you can make out certain words. Sickening. What an evil man. It's justice, isn't it? He gets what he deserves. Flay him, bleed him, leave him. Okay. You gotta chill a little bit. Your face flushes hot as you're gonna realize what's happening here. You don't need to chill the fuck out. Yo. Wait a moment. This is a very serious charge. Shouldn't we consider all this more carefully? Do you have anything more substantial to offer? No, but... Then be silent. The court will decide on the information provided, as it always has always done. Fuck off. Silence. Any more from you and I will be held in contempt of court. Court. Yeah. This is ridiculous. Gods. How is this justice? You have been restrained. It's pointless. In light of the information presented today, why even bother fighting it? The court finds the defendant. You've known this all along. Guilty. Your words have no power here. Okay. But will they have power elsewhere? Guilty. The verdict's still ringing in my ears. My grandfather's been found guilty of murder. In 7 days, his sentence will be carried out, and he will be executed. So it goes in this city. As to the actual events of the crime, well, I certainly can't tell you. Apparently the victim was a man named Charles Lutwidge. He and my grandfather did not get along well, thus the suspicion. So I'm told, anyway. I don't know anything about him. Lutwidge, or my grandfather, for that matter. Suppose this means I failed. For now, gone to my grandfather's house. I plan on taking an inventory of his belongings. I need to decide what to do with them, now that this is all over. I'll return home shortly, as soon as everything here is taken care of. Alright, old man. Let's see what you've been keeping around this place. Let's go find some evidence. A doodle. Small age portrait of a woman, your grandmother, perhaps? Bookshelf in front of you. It's stuffed full, so most of the books lying around this room must have come from elsewhere. What catches your eye? Oh, there's a note. Potatoes, onions, turnip, some kind of recipe? Roast vegetables, at the very least. Applications of nightshade. Doesn't seem to be a cookbook. Oh. Nightshades are poisons. Bottles are stacked on top of each other in the corner. No other information there. Books. Stack of books shoved between the wall and the mantelpiece. Several books are stacked haphazardly on the corner of the dining table. I want to examine these apples with my mouth. What else you got here? Arcane Geometry seems to be the title. Okay. I mean, the nightshade thing could be wizard shit. I don't know. So many books. Oh, that's a lot of books. Alright, bathroom door. No need to freshen up right now. Nothing interesting in there. Oh, check out this photo. No. Large wooden wardrobe. Suppose that's with a massive encyclopedia on top. The Alchemist Cookbook, it says. Your grandfather's bed. Okay. Let's go look at the weird shit in the basement. You know it. Oh, examine the window. See a small garden in your grandfather's backyard, and then rows upon rows of tall houses and other buildings. Row of tall buildings beyond them, the main road. Windows behind the counter there. Alright. Wow. A little weird. Oh wait, I forgot. My grandfather happens to be a rather enthusiastic magician. Maybe magician isn't the right word. He doesn't perform. His basement is filled with odd artifacts, trinkets, and books with an occult flair. And now I've got to figure out what to do with all of them. Become the wizard's lizard. Wooden mask with horns jutting out of the forehead. Cool. Lantern won't light up. It's out of oil. I see the indicator thing. I'm checking out everything else, though. Various boosting containers line the shelves, so it's too dark to make out any... Oh, I see. We probably need to fill the lantern, then we can look at stuff. Scully. Oh, look at the skull. Fine. Small package rests upon the table. Curiously, it has your name on it. We have obtained a mysterious package. Oh, you can put your hood up. That's cool. I don't know if that's like an incognito mode or what. Opening it later. Okay. Alright, so we gotta find some lamp oil. Pentagram drawn chalk surrounded by wax candles. I probably shouldn't walk straight through the... Who was at the door? Piss off. I'm busy. Looks like we're here knocking on the front door. The Air Enforcement, 1st Division. Hero Property Reclamation. Property Reclamation? Affirmative. The owner of this house is a convicted felon. Property must be handed back over to the city. He was convicted about an hour ago. Affirmative. Vacate the premises at once. This all seems a little sudden. Just trying to collect his things. Not allowed. Vacate the premises at once. Love. Don't tell the cops the truth. What are you kidding me? What's going on here? Isn't there supposed to be a grace period? Grace period? Yeah. 48 hours. Isn't that right? Lying to an officer of the law. What? No. Would you believe if I said there's a wild animal in the basement? You notice the guard you're speaking to is accompanied by 2 additional burlier guards. Drag her out, man. Well, let's not do anything crazy. Fuck the police. Here to sound the door locking behind you. Well, I guess we're gonna have to break and enter our way back in. At least we got the package. Oh. Bug flying around. It's starting to piss me off. Suddenly you get the feeling you're being watched. Oh. Sorry, it's like a fruit fly or something, or a gnat. Get the hell out of here. There's nothing left to attract you guys anyway. Rushed over as soon as I heard the result. Irene Wagner, an acquaintance of my grandfather's, a quiet, serious-looking woman. I only met her once before this. Briefly, just before the trial. She seems trustworthy, and yet... Irene, good to see you again. Well, at least considering the circumstances. It's a pity what happened today. You have my sincere condolences. Yeah, can't be helped, I guess. I trust you aren't planning on giving up just yet. Well, I mean, what can you do? To be honest, I'm not even really sure they didn't do it. Irene gives you an ice-cold glare. Dear, it's very important that you understand this. Your grandfather absolutely did not murder Charles Lutwidge. Absolutely not. Irene, I appreciate you trying to make me feel better. I really do. Thank you. But even if he did, I'm not really... Your voice trails off. Irene is still glaring at you. Feels like her eyes are going to bore a hole through your skull. Okay, he didn't do it. Understood. Good. Don't give up hope yet. We can appeal the verdict. There's still time. Right. Come to you again when it's time to make the next move. Until then, well, here, take this. Your grandfather wanted me to give it to you. What's that all about? Occurs to you that you've now obtained 2 serious items today. Inside of the envelope, there's just a small scrap of paper with a scapy words written on it. 1541 Eddington Street. And the other package? Deck of cards. Well, that doesn't clear anything. For one of the old man's magic tricks, I wonder? Not exactly useful right now. Still, this looks like an address, probably somewhere in the city. Guess we'll go try to find it. Feel like I'm forgetting something, though. I forgot to mention it was locked out of the house. Here's the bushes behind the house. Regrettably, it doesn't appear to be a rear entrance. Gate's locked. Okay. Does this have a house number? No. Okay, it just loops back around. I don't know why we can't just vault the fence, but okay. Can we go door knocking? No. Okay. Oh, okay. You can fast travel there, I guess. Up save. Oh, there's a run button. Some door numbers would be nice. Alright, hup. Oh, back streets are new. I'm just waiting for the streetcar. Not suspect at all. Alright. 215 Gargoyle Avenue. And we are looking for... $1541 Eddington Street. Okay. So we're on Gargoyle Avenue. Don't talk to cops. Anything fun downstairs here? Oh. Hints of Oak Tavern. Okay. So there's a tavern here. Hours vary. Check with owner. So we check out what road this is. Should be around here. Hey, where do you think you're going? It's not safe down there. There's a killer on the loose. A killer? Quite right. Man by the name of Little, you got pinched off down there less than a week ago. Oh. Oh. Wasn't your grandfather just convicted for that? So you best avoid that street. Take the long way around. Was he caught away already? Oh, maybe. You never tell with these cases. What if they caught the wrong guy? It's better to be on the safe side. So step away from the street, civilian. If you'll cooperate, I'll have no choice but to detain you. I'm gonna walk down the street. So they feel dizzy. I can't walk away from this. Well, guess we're getting arrested. Or we're gonna kill a cop. It's pointless, is it? Welcome to the Mind Palace, sir. I guess. Your surroundings have suddenly changed. You spot a woman working among the flower bushes. I don't want to bother her. So to leave her be. Trying to find your bearings. To the right is grand wall covered in impossibly tall windows made of frosted glass. Light filters through them, but you cannot see outside. There are more flower beds to the fore and aft. This seems to stretch on endlessly. To your left, beyond the railing, bordering the furthest walkway, is inscrutable darkness. It feels unnaturally suspicious. Your gazing is soon interrupted. You hear the gardener begin to speak. No good. I'm sorry? No good. The plants will die out at this rate. They need the open air. This place is too big for one person. I'm confused. Sorry, are you talking to me? I'm not really sure what's going on here. My, that's quite a problem. Can you hear me? Of course I can hear you. But that's not what's important. Look, I'm very confused right now. That's exactly what's such a problem. After all, this is your responsibility. What? Don't give me that look. I'm sure you know already. I'm sorry, I don't. Thea, this is your garden. Okay. Oh, but it's in bad shape, I'm afraid. Look. See. The plants are wilting. They need to be nurtured carefully, or else this place will become barren and empty. They're counting on you. Look, I'm just trying to get to a certain address. Ah, yes. 1541 Eddington Street, if memory serves. I can help you get there. But you have to agree to open this place up a bit first. Sure. Fine. Very good. I'm sure the plants will be happy. Now, I'm going to ask you to make a choice. Say you're presented with 3 ideals, and you must choose only one to nurture. How would you decide which one? Well, rather than stick with hypotheticals... Ah, we have cards. I think therefore I am, Cogito or some. Natural law. Or the echo of grief. feel like natural law is more my vibe. Interesting choice. Do I detect a passing interest in philosophy? Is this alright? Sure. Watch over it carefully. I'll be honest, I don't really see how this helps anything. You will shortly, but you must have faith. You start to feel dizzy again. We will meet again soon, and when the time comes... Having been reminded of the cat lady recently, I am, like... not the most eager to, talk to strange women in mind palaces. Hey, we're gonna have to get rough with you. Let's invoke. Are we gonna just waste a cop? Hell yeah. Bridge the gap, construct. This is like some freaking heaven or hell guilty gear nonsense. You've done it. Very good. I've done what exactly? I don't want to give it all away, but you've made it to a special place, one where you talk to your opponent one-on-one. My opponent? Oh. Indeed, when we last saw him, he was trying to obstruct your progress. I remember, but, well, what will you make this opportunity? Will you be able to convince him to let you pass? So it's a conversation battler. I would say I've had the best luck doing that today. You'll do fine. I'll help. Listen closely. Listen carefully. I'm about to tell you how to win a debate. Oh, great. I see. So there are 3 debate schools? Interesting. Important because you happen to be in a debate right now. You and your opponent have each deployed a card representing an argument. Your argument is your ticket to victory, but first you have to bring it to resonance. To do, you'll need to control premises. Match the gubbins. All right. Premises come in 3 modes: logos, ethos, and pathos. So thought, ethics, and emotions, I guess. Alright, you can summon premises by playing premise cards. You can summon multiple premises from the same mode in a single action. Rather than me explaining, it's better to try it by yourself. Begin this debate by summoning 6 premises. Okay, then they're coded on the back too. Alright, 1. Execute. Very good, but don't declare victory just yet. Premises can't be used for your argument right away. They enter the debate as fresh premises. To use them for an argument, they must first become accepted premises. Explain what that means next turn. You may have noticed your premises have turned purple. This is because you have summoned enough to hit the fresh premise cap. So only 6 at a time that are fresh. Got it. Per mode, okay. You have to wait for some of them to become accepted before you can summon more. For your curiosity, you're able to have a maximum of 6 fresh or 12 total on the field at any one time, whichever number is lower for each mode. It's a pretty big number. Don't worry about it too much for now. Instead, let's watch what your opponent does in response. As expected, your opponent has also summoned his own premises. He's working to resonate his own argument too. Despair not. I'll instruct you on how to deal with that soon. At the start of your turn, you may have noticed that one of your fresh premises moved to the left, in the accepted column. Each time your turn begins, a certain number of fresh premises will become accepted. This number is determined by the debate pace, or how many actions per turn you can take. For now, it's 1. Accepted premises are the only ones that can be used to resonate an argument. For your current argument, you have to keep your premises safe for at least 3 turns in order to have enough. Wait, you may ask, safe from what? Safe from criticism, of course. Oh, criticism, loathsome though maybe, its rhetorical value is undeniable. You need criticism to swat your opponent's premises away and prevent his argument from resonating. Criticism will target accepted premises first, fresh premises second, first come, first served, as they say. Try for yourself. Play the leftmost card in your hand. It's a critique that you may find useful in your current situation. Okay. Oh, there's a discard too, okay. So F that guy. Just like that, you were able to wipe out your opponent's premises. Now he has to start all over. Since your opponent only had premises from 1 mode in the field, the targeted criticism was selected automatically. If, on the other hand, he had premises from at least 2 modes on the field, you would have had to choose which mode to criticize. On a related note, you may have noticed that you recovered the cost of the card after your criticism concluded. This is because you criticized the card's specialty and triggered its secondary effect. Okay. Some cards are more effective when played in specific ways like this. These additional effects will always be noted in the card's description. This is just one thing among many to consider when deciding what mode to criticize. It depends on the situation ahead and your current strategy. Alright, he's just gonna keep cogitoing. He had no choice but to play more premise cards. Well, I suppose he could have also discarded something. That can also be useful from time to time, but we won't be getting into that right now. Still, those fielded premises on his side are looking rather threatening, aren't they? What if he uses them to criticize your premises? And what's worse, you don't have a critique in your own hand to get rid of them. What do? Panic. Just kidding, there's more than one way to keep your premises safe and sound in debate. Notice that you just drew a proposal card. This proposal is a defensive card that you can use to temporarily protect your premises. Okay, what are you? Minor ad hominem reflector. So we can't talk shit. Block those. See, that card conjures a proposal that will protect your premises until it either gets destroyed or expires. Ordinarily with defensive proposals like this, you can choose which mode to protect. This time was an exception for instructive reasons, however. I made you protect the card specially to show that, much like criticism, proposals also have secondary effects. I'm going to match the colors. Although I appreciate they also made them symbols, so, you know, color blindness isn't as much of an issue. Recover the cost. Yeah. Each proposal you conjure takes up one of your limited proposal slots. Okay. False authority. That's our boy. Reflected. Okay. Also assertions. They have their own effects. Can now resonate our argument. Okay. What is vibrating? Okay. Break their willpower. I thought I should have told you what the argument was, but okay. Maybe it does when we get out. I suppose it goes clear enough, but be careful. You never know what a criminal might strike. Fuck off, pig.
Well done.
Hi.
We're not, dear, though you can see me, I assure you, you're the only one.
For some reason, you don't find yourself particularly reassured by that. Anyway, what was all of that?
Invocation? Marvelous, right?
Some kind of magic trick?
Well, who can say?
I'm not sure I get it. Same!
Oh?
Honestly? I concentrated really hard on an idea in my head, and somehow I convinced the guard to let me go down the street. How does that work?
Does that seem incongruous? It shouldn't.
Isn't that the foundation of all communication? But why this idea? Why did this one work?
Well, ideas are flexible, useful, not useful, it's all down to interpretation.
Uh-huh.
But minor distinction, you concentrated on an ideal, not merely an idea.
I'm not sure that makes any more sense.
Sense will be made with time. Have faith. Now, on to this address we're trying to find.
Now we're looking for 1514, right? I'm not seeing any address markers here. Is this it? Oh, seems to be a little burnt down. Or burnt up. In front of you lies the burnt up husk of 1541 Eddington Street. You don't have to assume this is where it happened. Guess we'll take a look inside. Breaking and or entering, let's go. Oof. Crispy. Oh, I like the little dust motes, though. Always a sucker for good dust motes. Looks like we got some basement stairs. Large pile of collapsed rafters block the staircase to the second floor. The staircase itself is also badly damaged. From what you can see, the second floor is in much worse shape than the first. Large portions of the roof are missing. The brick walls seem to have stopped the blaze from spreading to the neighboring buildings, however. Alright, more rafters. 'Cause I thought I saw stairs. Oh, object. An odd metal wheel lies bolted to the floor. There's a red blood stain in the middle. Then again, it could also be rust. Something else about this wheel catches your eye. Shadow runs widthwise across the floor directly over the wheel. What's casting it? Directly above, you spot a raptor still firmly in place. It wasn't burned by the fire at all. You can see the sky through the hole above it. On closer inspection, the raptor appears to be made out of metal. In the center, there's a handle or hook of some kind. Okay. Check the pile. Pile of raptors lie directed beside the wheel. It's quite a large pile. Would they really all fall in one place like this? Was the crime scene altered? Unclear whether they were removed after the fact. Alright, there is a hole there, though, they said, so... We did get an clue from the raptor. Can I follow up on that? It's the same thing, okay. You've already taken note of this, okay. At least it reminds you that you have, that's cool. So there you can see it there, so...
Not much to go on. What's captured your attention?
The weird fixture. There's that weird circular thing in the middle of the floor. That could be something.
Yes, what on earth is that?
Part of something else.
Metal. Yes, certainly.
Well, no. Hear me out. It's metal. Fireproof. Maybe it only looks weird because we're only seeing what's left of it.
It's fastened to the floor.
Which means it's very likely that it was there before the incident. Fixed in place.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, I guess it could have. No, that's ridiculous.
What do you think it was before the fire?
Art fixture? Well, it's centrally located. It's something meant to attract your attention. Also, you wouldn't want tipping over. Or something likely to tip over. Not like a table. Maybe an art installation. Sculpture, maybe? Wooden one?
Does that mean anything, though?
Not really. Just trying to make sense of it.
It's weird.
I'll be honest, it doesn't really look like we're going to learn much from this. Alright. Enough of this. Where is she right now? Or where is he right now? There appears to be some kind of commotion occurring. Alright. Time to ruffle the football. I'm just trying to get home. There's the question. We don't want to get assy with you. No, fuck the police. Yo, assholes! Your shot echoes off the surrounding buildings. Leave her alone. There we go. Let's get dizzy. But nothing happened. Why can't I invoke? Seizing the opportunity, the girl quickly drops away from the guards harassing her. One of them yells at her to stop. Too late. She's already disappeared down the street to the north. Now what will you do? Run after her. Rather than take a gamble in the wrath of the guards, you would like to follow closely behind the girl. Thank you for the free exit there. You rush past the unfamiliar scenery around you, unsure if you've managed to get away from the guards or not. The street below you winds and twists, intersecting with others at odd angles, making it difficult to stay oriented. Did you make a wrong turn? Is this the same street as before? After several minutes, you run out of breath. You stop in one of many interesting back alleys, exhausted. To your surprise, you aren't the only one to have stopped for air. Oh, hey. You share a moment of recognition with the girl, realizing she was the one being harassed moments before. Hello again. Hi. The two of you take a moment to recuperate in silence, save for the incessant panting. Well, I'm afraid I've gotten hopelessly lost.
Oh, yeah? Where are you headed?
Well, it occurs to you that you've exhausted all of your leads. I suppose at the moment I'm waiting to be contacted by a family friend.
Oh? What for?
We're, looking into something. The girl looks at you expectantly, waiting for you to elaborate. I might as well. Try to get her on my side. Yeah, my grandfather was arrested recently for something really bad.
Something really bad.
They say he killed a man.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I never would have expected that. A full-blown that kind of thing? Wow.
That's really not that common here. Really? In a city of this size?
Well, not officially, anyway. Can you really trust what enforcement says?
No! No, you cannot.
Would it be rude to ask if you think he's guilty?
It's definitely not. I doubt he is. From the moment I got here, something about this whole thing smelled rotten.
You don't say. Is this your first time visiting? Oh, wait, come to think of it. Is that why you were poking around the house back there?
Oh, you saw that? Yeah, kinda. Trying to find out what happened in there.
Slim chances. Enforcement would have had that house picked clean by now.
For the investigation? No asset seizure. Forfeiture, that's it.
I wonder about that.
I guess they don't have the best reputation. They're cops. They have the same reputation as all cops. Garbage.
Well, you certainly never catch me saying such a thing.
Right.
Well, while you're waiting, I think I've got dinner ready at home. You want to come along? My way of saying thanks for saving me earlier.
Sure. I'd be delighted.
Great. Follow me. I'm Niemi. Nice to meet you.
You engage in polite conversation as you walk. As the small talk begins to die down, you allow Niemi to take a slightly bigger lead.
Now, what could have happened back there with the guards, I wonder? Why did the invocation fail?
You don't know? Don't tell me you don't know.
I have a strong theory.
Oh?
I think it has something to do with the group.
The group?
First time, there were no witnesses.
Oh, so it only works 1v1. Is that right? What about all the buildings?
Yes, I'm sure of it now. Think carefully.
Someone could easily have been watching the first time.
You would think so, but that's wrong.
Huh?
Think back to the street. The windows. There was something strange about them. They were all closed. Shuttered. Nobody could have been watching.
Shuttered? All of them? Why on earth?
Well, that's an excellent question. Perhaps it's simply that nobody wanted to look at the scene of the crime. Or be caught looking at it. Meanwhile, the second time around, there was clearly a group present. Witnesses.
Witnesses, huh?
An interesting wrinkle, would it prove to be true.
You're saying I can only invoke when I manage to catch someone alone.
I'm saying that such a thing is entirely possible.
Strange.
And consider how this group complicates things. When you asked them to leave the girl alone, there were two guards. Which one was your declaration aimed at?
Neither in particular, I suppose.
So far, you've only been able to invoke against one person, the guard in the alley. I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but he was alone at the time. Multiple people introduce many potential targets. That complicates things.
Assuming that's true, why is that a limitation?
Well, this is quite fanciful, but consider. Everyone's different.
I think they justify it. Everyone's different. Is that what you said?
Indeed.
I'm not following.
Invocation speaks directly to the heart. Because everyone's different, speaking to another's heart, even just another person, is a tremendous challenge. It's a wide gap to cross. Trying to do so with multiple people at once? That might just be beyond your ability. Hey, Dia, you still with me?
You realize you've started to lag behind. You quicken your pace to catch it back up with Niemi. The two of you continue on your way. Before long, you arrive in front of a modestly sized house.
This is the place. I'll take care of introductions. Mom, I'm home.
One appears to be washing dishes in the kitchen area. Goodness, that's quite the pile-up.
Welcome back. And who's this? This is Dia. Dia, this is my mother.
Pleasure to meet you, Mrs.
Ilvas. Alma Ilvas. Alma's fine.
Your presence seems to have made her uncomfortable.
Here, let me help you with that.
Niemi goes to help her mother with the mountain of dishes on the counter.
No, I'm fine. I'm okay. Well, anyway, Dia helped me out a lot today, so I invited her over for dinner. Hope that's okay. Yes, of course it's okay. Are you feeling alright? Yes, I'm fine.
She really seems to be concentrating on those dishes.
It's potato soup tonight, right? It smells great.
Dia's potato soup alright? Yeah, sure. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for your kindness.
It'll be a little bit. I hope you're fine waiting.
Oh, we can... Niemi's words are cut short when she notices the presence of someone by the staircase. Yo. Who this?
This is Dia. She's a guest. Treat her nice. Dia, this is my little brother, Kieran.
Hi. It's nice to meet you too.
Kieran, that was awful. It was awful. Some guys from enforcement started harassing me on the way home.
Oh, sucks.
Kieran, they were harassing me because of you.
Oh, not again.
Hey, why don't you think about how I feel?
But they're not after you.
Bad attitude. Awful.
Sorry I had to meet my sister, Miss Dale.
Hey now, she's not some old lady, Kieran.
Oops. Dia, then?
As a matter of fact, she happens to be the very reason I was able to get away from enforcement earlier. Yeah, me. You run away from enforcement, you're just making more trouble for yourself in the future. I'm not just gonna sit there and let them yell at me for as long as they feel like. It's not right.
One of the plates clatters loudly against the bottom of the sink.
It's not about being right.
An uncomfortable silence falls over the room. So, Dia, are you new here? I haven't seen you around before. Are you from Lier? No, I'm here for, court summons. No way, really?
We were talking about this a little bit on the way over. It's, she warned me that it's for something really bad, which...
Really bad how? Like, public indecency?
Oh, real mature, Kieran.
Hey.
No, it's actually kind of serious. I should probably...
His eyes dart over to you, as though looking for permission to continue. It's a murder charge. Well, who'd you kill? Not me. It's my grandfather, allegedly.
The little witch trial?
Wow.
Ah, so it is then.
I'm just surprised you were able to guess.
Wasn't much of a guess. It's been all over the news. Murder's always going to make the headlines.
It's more than that, though.
They had a very public feud, those two. Litwidge and Whitaker. Hated each other. For years.
I didn't realize my grandfather was that famous.
Infamous. Horrible man.
Horrible?
Abusive. Had a drinking problem.
I didn't realize. Well, that's not a nice thing in the world to hear about your old man.
Oh, that was a little insensitive. Oh, yes, I'm afraid it was. My apologies. I think I need to sit down. I'll grab a chair. No, it's all right. I'm fine.
Alma shovels over to a chair at the table and rests her head in her hands.
Kieran, help me with the dishes? Dia, why don't you take a seat? We're done in a minute.
The two siblings busy themselves with the remains of the dish pile by the sink. You sit at the table across from Alma. You have to catch a glimpse of her face in greater detail. She appears to still be rather young. Well, perhaps not young, but not old by any means. Young and pallid. Sickly. Oh, she's got the itis. Alma leans back in her chair as though she's recovered somewhat. Her eyes open to meet yours. To your surprise, they're filled with an unexpected warmth. The discomforting chill surrounding her just a moment ago has been all but dispelled.
Yeah, thank you for bringing Niemi home. I worry about her, and it's nice to know there are still wonderful people like you out there.
It's the least I can do. She hesitates for a moment before continuing. She appears to be searching for the right words.
When are you heading back home? Do you have a place to stay until then?
Actually, I'm afraid not. Enforcement already came to repossess my grandfather's house, so I think that means I'm out on the street.
I was worried about that. That's very unfortunate.
It's bullshit, is what it is. I like Kieran now.
Kieran, watch your mouth.
What? Is it not?
The law is the law.
Great law. Throw someone out on the street. Fantastic.
Laws exist to keep us safe, Kieran.
Bootlicker. Tell that to her after she gets robbed blind. Or worse.
The streets are much safer than they used to be.
But Lewis thought that too. What is it this time? Oh. I got a head tree. I'm never arguing from Law and Order, are you kidding me? Your head feels like it was split in two?
Ludwigi's different. That happened in his house. That's not... Dia, are you okay?
Oh, sorry. You need to step outside for a minute. The hell was that? Pain in your head quickly subsides. What in the world was that?
Inspiration strikes at strange times.
I never want to be inspired ever again.
You'll notice you're uninjured, though.
It's true. Your head is still in one piece. I got another idea from that. This is another thing the deck does?
I think that's plain to see.
Whatever this deck of cards is, it's for much more than just a magic trick. I'm starting to feel like something profane, evil. Like it's something profane, evil. What's that back there in the basement? Looked like some kind of black magic ritual. And now mind-controlling card tricks? What's the old man been up to exactly?
Well, I certainly don't know. I'm just a gardener.
Right. Your mind wanders to attempt to piece all this together. Dia. Oh. After a short while, your thoughts are interrupted by a familiar voice.
Soup's ready.
You return inside the house. Tension hanging over the room from earlier is cleared away in short order by the smell of warm food filling the air. Alma has brought out a small wicker basket filled with bread rolls from the pantry to accompany the soup. Although she doesn't say anything explicitly, you can sense her apologetic feelings through her behavior. Niemi, understanding that you're a newcomer to the city, excitedly describes what living here is like, mostly in the form of complaints, which Kieran is happy to contribute to. Eventually, discussion turns to your immediate plans.
How long do you plan on staying?
In the air? I'm not sure yet. There are some things I still need to take care of. I'm waiting on someone.
Well, for what it's worth, you're welcome to stay here if you need to. Niemi? You're sick in bed in my room. It's no issue.
I think I'll take you up on that.
Stay as long as you like. We don't usually have company.
You find yourself convinced to stay the night. The sun sets. Niemi's bedroom becomes illuminated only by the pale moon, and what little light manages to reach the window from gas lamps lining the street below. Of the two, your bed is the one closer to the window. Niemi lies near the opposite wall, almost entirely untouched by the faint luminance entering the room from outside. Unable to sleep, you get up and approach the window. The soft glow emitted by the streetlights draws your eye. You feel a powerful urge to gaze into the streetscape below. It's the same street from earlier, but the darkness of the night has rendered it completely unfamiliar. The man shuffles into view, dressed in rags and wearing a filthy half-cloak. He appears to be down hard on his luck. Homeless? Or perhaps simply horror? Whatever the case, you feel an odd combination of pity and relief welling up inside you. After all, that could have been you tonight.
Something out there, do you?
Seems that Niemi hasn't fallen asleep yet. There's a man outside. Poor guy. Niemi gets up and approaches the window.
Oh, yeah. There tends to be a lot of guys like that around here. It's sad.
Homeless?
Yeah. Or, well, no, actually. No one here is really homeless. The city takes care of that. Guaranteed housing.
So then...
Well, it depends a lot on where you live. The houses around here are kept in all right shape, but elsewhere.
Not so good? What, are they putting people up in tents?
Well... Some houses are good, others are... less good. And that's why we pay our taxes.
You can't tell if that was a joke or not. Fatigue begins to take a hold of you. It's been a long day. You return to your bed. Soon exhaustion sets in and strangles the last remnants of consciousness out of you. I'm liking the writing. Nothing else. Like, the word choice is good. Solid. Something to chew on. Alright. I feel like we would have met that person if we'd not stayed the night. I kind of like how they're working the choices and stuff. Next morning comes. You enjoy a small breakfast with Ilva's family.
Kieran, isn't it about time to get going?
Huh? Oh, right. I guess it's me today.
Dia, can I throw you to see Kieran off to work?
Work? Yeah, we own a little general store across town. Me and my sister help run it. It's a little out of the way, but it's also right next to the public affairs office. Might be of interest to you. Public affairs?
Kieran, please don't encourage Dia to do anything unsavory.
I'm not. I swear I'm not. Completely above board. Seriously.
As long as you're serious about it.
Anyway, better get going. You agree to accompany Kieran to work. You say your goodbyes and set out. You walk a certain distance before Kieran begins to speak. Hey, Dia, you gotta try and appeal the verdict. Huh? For your grandfather, I mean. How'd you guess? Surprised you figured it out. Huh. Well, I'll ask you how long you were planning on staying. You didn't say anything like until the sentence is carried out or anything. Figured that meant you intended on appealing. I know how this stuff works. You know more than I'd expect. Aren't you a little young to be worried about this sort of thing? Well, yeah, I guess. But I know a lot about how the legal stuff works because, well, let's just say this wouldn't be my first tangle with the law. You can't quite tell if he's smirking or cringing. No, you can't do this. There appears to be someone having at the townhouse up ahead. Body of a man was just thrown out of the townhouse and onto the sidewalk. What's going on up there? Probably another eviction. Eviction? Somebody didn't pay his taxes on time. Kieran suddenly stops in his tracks. Oh, great, this means I'm going to run into... As if on command, an imposing looking officer, flanked on both sides by two guards, emerges from the house. Door slammed shut behind him with a deafening crash. Logically, you know it must have been closed by someone still inside the house. Illogically, it seems that he simply willed it to shut on his own. I'll never forget this. The evicted man, tossed out like sad waste, scrambles to his feet and reluctantly flees the scene. I mean, it was the man, not the officer. Okay. The officer murmurs a few words to his lackeys before turning on his heel and departing. Unfortunately, it appears his next destination lies somewhere behind you. The group of three walks towards your position on the sidewalk. You can feel compelled to step into the main road to give them room. Kieran doesn't budge an inch. They're 20 paces away. 15. 10. 5. The officer stops short of Kieran. Two lock eyes. 5 seconds pass. 10. 15. You see Kieran's face tense up. He's determined not to blink. After uncountable seconds, the officer is the first one to back down, break the stare down, your heart sinks. His eyes move on to you. His initially puzzled expression shortly gives way to, what's this? Recognition. You feel a chill run down your spine. His eyes close and his mouth widens into a wry smirk. He then steps onto the main road and, with his two lackeys on either side of him, walks around you. 5 paces away. 10. 15. Before long, the group rounds the corner and disappears from sight. Who is that? Walraven Cask. Blech. Is he with enforcement? He is enforcement. He's the overseer. He wrote the whole ugly operation. What's the matter, Cask? What's the matter, Cask? What, a sick old woman to threaten? Why'd you have to show up here? Crook? Filth? Scum? Brute? Tyrant? Shithead? Language? Ron wouldn't be very happy with me if I let you get away talking like that. Whatever, it's still true. Oh. Character assassination. Cool. Just a slight tingle this time. So full concepts are sharper. Side cards are lighter. Okay, let's keep moving. Two of you continue on to the shop. How long is this? It's cool as hell, but... this is it. Welcome to Justice Square. Press a name for a side street. Embellishment is good for business, but believe it or not, that's actually what people call it around here. It's probably because of the statue next to the Public Affairs building. Statue? Yeah, there's a big statue nearby. It's a lady holding, what do you call them? Scales? Ah, you mentioned the Public Affairs office before. Huh? Oh, right, yeah. You might find this interesting. Since the Public Affairs office is so close by, this place is usually crawling with guards during daylight hours. Might not be such a bad place to conduct your investigation. Wouldn't the guards be more of a hindrance? What if they could? I bet they wish they were. But to ask around and one of them's better let something useful slip. I see. Wish you luck. Now I'm going to open up the shop. Goes without saying, but if you're welcome to purchase anything that strikes your fancy, I'll keep that in mind. Well, time to get started? No time like the present. I'd probably likely be finding a garden alone and out of sight. Getting one to spill information once that's done should be proved to be no issue. Oh, but before you set out, might I suggest perhaps paying another visit to your garden? A moment of contemplation may prove indispensable. Okay. So it's a deck editing game. Oh, I see. There's an eyeball. There's an icon for targets. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna go with what I got already, I guess. So. Remove the garbage out to the street corner every night at closing. I like the music. Oh, okay. Things that improve your abilities. Cool, cool.
Oh my, it's precious.
More private homes. Let's go find the statue, I guess. Got some guards hanging out. Lost puppy cash reward. Oh, okay, that's probably get more money is doing side stuff. Can't read that sign. Enter the cafe. You aren't especially hungry right now, since there doesn't appear to be anything going on here at the moment. Okay, there's probably events that you have to take care of at certain buildings. Alright. So with these notes. Several flyers all advertising the same event are jumbled together in the same portion of wall. Huh. What do you want? You can tell me about the Loot Witch case. What cases are classified? No can do.
Hello again, I have more tips for you. I'll keep it brief, so pay attention. Before you enter a debate properly, you'll need to select your rhetoric. You can do that in this pre-debate preparations menu. This debate, your opponent's arguments are displayed on the right. Your own arguments are displayed on the left. The top left argument on each side is the first to be deployed. Knowing your opponent's arguments in advance like this is important for planning. As a consequence, it's now too late to switch your arguments around. That's true for you and your opponent. I hope you like the ones you've chosen. Anyway, let's progress to the rhetoric selection phase. So we got a little bit of pathos and a little bit of, You see a list of rhetoric deck presets. You can select one of these to build off of or start entirely from scratch. Let's go with the starter. The colors match my arguments, so... Cards you take into the debate appear on the left side. Meanwhile, every card in your inventory appears on the right. Drag the card you want into the left box. Alright, premises and rhetoric. Alright, so we got some room for some other stuff. Learn by doing. Forfeiture counts as a loss. And they can influence you. Okay. Got 6 of each of those. I got 4 blue things, 3 yellow things. Give me another yellow. Reprimand. They're using red. Take the ad hominem deflector. That replaces one. Okay, you have 12 slots. Okay, so these are okay. So having those is having like an energy source. Okay. Oh, and you can quick transfer with some of the other ones. Okay. That's full. Or, let me drop a couple of these. I want to keep that. Probably ditch this. We'll go with it. Okay, stack the deck in your favor. Oh. All right, fine. Still kind of a lot to learn here, but okay. Okay, oh no, it has to be 4 of the same, or as much as you can of the same. He's going yellow, interesting.
I'm gonna get a recovery off of that if we take that out. That's resonating, so hit him with the natural law. Legacy Gutenberg or Tales of Old? I got some blues in hand, so... Oh, it never sets everything back to 0. Interesting. You got some juice. I got some juice. Oh no, the activating the thing counted as a thing, so I should have saved that. Oh well. Alright, so his went. Have 3. Clear him out, give me some juice. Starting to push red. Damn it, this asshole. Everybody burned all that. Alright, cool. Shield those. Hopefully we can get some to dump in there. Got one back, so. Let's protect both of those. Cool stuff. Let's start with me. I wish I could. I wish I'd had a better chance to take a look at my early arguments. It's going red. I think he was gonna burn that right away. God damn it, dude. Alright, what's that conversion? Okay, it's blue yellow. Keeping him from executing, but reflector ran out. Okay, can we take 2 from him there? Dude, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. Can I just punch him in the face? Alright, we gotta take some stuff out here. Perfect. Now he starts burning the red. Dickhead. Alright. Should have just gone with the default starter. Well, that gives me ammo for attacks at least. Give me 1 more blue, please. Or don't, I guess. Finally. So we'll try to go yellow where we can. Hit him with a Gutenberg, I guess. Do that to clean house. It's a little weird, but I'm starting to get used to it. He didn't have energy to do anything, so let's get some info. Alright, F that guy. And I guess your premises level up as you use them more, that's cool. I don't know anything about which case. I wasn't on it. You know anyone who was? Let me think about that. Yes, actually, I do. You should talk to a woman called Lucia Trattoria. Lucia Trattoria? With investigations. Her office is at the courthouse. She's out on field work most afternoons. Your best bet is to go in the morning. Thanks for the tip. Lucia Trattoria, huh? Well, it's something. Indeed. I'm afraid we've likely missed our opportunity to pay her a visit today. Tomorrow, then? Oh, dear. You see Irene Wagner emerged from within the Public Affairs building. I was wondering where you'd gotten to. I went by your grandfather's house earlier, but you weren't there. Irene, good to see you. And sorry about that. Enforcement already came by and kicked me out. Horrible. They haven't always been that quick. Have you found somewhere else to stay? Fortunately enough, I have. I'm relieved to hear it.
I would offer, but I'm afraid my personal situation makes that impossible on such short notice.
Oh?
I live in the Faith District, you see.
What is that?
Now that I found you, I'd like to take a moment to show you around the city. Follow me.
With an area pause, Irene spins on her heel and sets off, expecting you to follow. You weren't given much of an opportunity to object. You walk with Irene through a network of winding back streets.
The Justice District is mostly residences and public offices. There are a few shops in the area, though. Cafes, that sort of thing.
I see.
Although, actually, many of them are closed right now.
Closed? In the middle of the day?
What? Wait, oh right, no. I meant closed in general. Shut down.
Why's that?
Various reasons, I imagine. I can't say I know the specifics.
You pass by the storefront after empty storefront. Irene seems to have spoken true. So why'd she lead you here again? Irene gestures off to somewhere in the distance.
If you climb all the way to the top of that hill, you'll be able to see the castle of our democratically elected king, Alberic von Lyra.
Democratically elected, huh?
Well, some vague approximation. Probably their vote by citizens, with the outer settlements completely ignored. I suppose that would exclude you, wouldn't it? My condolences. Lifetime appointments aside, one can hardly call that a process. Perhaps it's better not to get into that. Come, let's continue.
With hardly a glance back at you, Irene turns down the side street.
The building we just passed? That one's still open. It's a pharmacy, I think. Well, pharmacy might be generous. Herbal remedies, that sort of thing. How they manage to convince people to believe in that stuff is...
Irene mutters to herself.
Over there's the loading dock for the indoor farmers market. Market's closed today, so it's not likely to be in use. And here...
Irene stops hesitantly before an alley junction in front of you.
Is a secluded back alley where no one will be able to overhear us.
Irene grabs you by the wrist and pulls you into the alley.
Shh. Not much farther.
When Irene considers the two of you to be sufficiently out of earshot, she begins to speak, hushed but intensely.
Did you go to the address?
The house?
Of Ludwig, yes.
It was burned down?
So you did, good. Did you know anything strange about it? Something obviously suspicious?
The metal ring. There's a weird metal ring in the middle of the floor.
Oh, that, yes. Ludwig was a bit eccentric, but that's not what I meant. There was nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. No evidence.
Is that strange? What if enforcement just removed it?
If they did, why didn't they show up during the trial?
They didn't...
They didn't present anything. No physical evidence. Not a sliver.
Nothing?
I guess you weren't there for all of it. They convicted your grandfather on eyewitness account alone. And just one at that.
Are you serious?
I wish I wasn't. But yes, I'm afraid it really was the extent of the proof.
Just one eyewitness.
That's... unbelievable? Yeah, is it really?
Well,
The Ludwig and Whitaker feud was well known and long running. One day it turned into a murder. That's an easy enough story to accept. No one needed additional convincing.
But I can't accept
it, and you shouldn't either. Mark my words, they didn't present any evidence precisely because there wasn't any.
Because of the fire?
Quite possibly. Does that seem unlikely to you?
It's just, a murder was committed. Someone had to have done it.
There's no doubt about that, but consider. A crime like this presents an opportunity.
Go on.
You might use it as an opportunity to get rid of someone inconvenient.
That seems a little...
I'm serious. Irene's voice quivers a bit. I'm entirely serious, and I'm greatly distressed for it.
What makes you think so?
Something weird is going on in the city.
Huh?
Haven't you noticed? People are afraid to leave their homes. Hundreds of thousands of people live here. Why are the streets so empty? Doesn't that seem abnormal?
Sure, but...
It's a symptom of something bigger, something nefarious, something evil.
Evil?
Your grandfather knew this all too well. I think he...
Irene catches herself and checks her surroundings before continuing.
I think he knew too much.
What?
He knew too much.
About something evil?
He knew too much?
Oh, they forgot to put her name above that last one. What do you mean by that? You hear Irene hesitate before responding.
People are losing their minds.
What?
I don't know if they're being manipulated or coerced, but almost everyone is acting wrong somehow. Public servants are held accountable. The press refuses to print anything even vaguely critical of the city.
Oh, this isn't a metaphor for anything!
Furthermore, our institutions are being eroded. The new leader of the Scholars District? Complete fraud. Wild theories. Cordelia University should be ashamed.
Please tell me that is a reference to Rude Tales of Magic. Please tell me that's a Rude Tales of Magic bit.
And that's not to speak of the bizarre crimes.
Like, I think the school was really named something. Yeah, it's Polaris University in Rude Tales, but Cordelia is the world for that, so please. Bizarre.
Horrible acts, deviant behavior, spectacle killing.
Have you heard about the University Blood Harvest? No, I have not! Sorry, what?
There was a string of recent incidents. Students had their blood stolen after falling unconscious under mysterious circumstances. Drugs may have been involved. This happened more than once.
What? Why?
Isn't that just the question? Nobody knows for sure. Some people say it was for some type of occult ritual.
Ritual?
Nonsense, right? And yet, people believe in it. More than I'm comfortable admitting.
Nonsense.
That's just a recent example. If you ask most people about the violence, they'll probably first think about the convent massacre.
Massacre? Irene averts her eyes and stares at the ground for a moment.
Forgive me, but I find the whole affair altogether too distasteful. I regret mentioning it. Someone else can fill you in.
It occurs to you that it might be polite to change the topic. What? Sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but why? Oh, why does this need to happen in a back alley? Okay, this is a subject change.
I need you to take this more seriously.
I'm just a little taken aback. Irene seems to be contemplating what to tell you.
If you end up getting involved with this, I wanted it to be because of your choice. If someone were to overhear us talking and relay that information to the wrong person, that choice might end up getting made for you.
Made for me how?
You might end up getting targeted.
Your lips twitch. What do you mean, targeted?
It's just a possibility.
No, really, though.
I don't know. And honestly, the less you know about it now, the more the better. Or the better. Don't end up incriminating yourself.
Is it that dangerous? Your mind reel's trying to process what you've been told.
I thought the city was safer than it's ever been. That's the thing, it is. That's part of why all this is so shocking. Think about it. Overall violence plummets, but the rate of bizarre crimes increases by several orders of magnitude. It's easy to hear a pin drop in a silent room. These incidents are much more than a pin drop. Anytime one happens, it's all anyone ever talks about. Naturally, the city hates this. They want to convince everyone that they have them under control. So they've taken to downplaying their significance, never mentioning them unless necessary, never going into detail. Maybe it's to prevent panic, or maybe it's to project an image of power. Whichever it is, the incidents themselves, as well as their outsized popularity, those things don't just go away. Do you know why this incident with your grandfather has managed to attract so much attention? There are people who believe the Litwich murder was yet another bizarre crime. Why? There's no evidence. Nobody knows what happened, except for the city, I guess. There are three main points to consider. All are circumstantial, but this is how the case is understood. The first is that your grandfather and Litwich hated each other. That's the motive. The second is that the Lier Guard has been unwilling to share so much information about the case with the public.
Cops did it.
They had something to hide, that much is obvious. The third is that your grandfather was widely known to be interested in the occult. When you put those three pieces together, doesn't it all seem to line up perfectly? That this is another bizarre crime?
Sure, but...
Yes, but we have to remember that there's no evidence to support this. It's all a smokescreen. It's a situation that someone wanted to get rid of and your grandfather could take advantage of to create the perfect fiction. A story everyone would eagerly accept. But, and this is critical, it is not the truth.
Okay.
Make no mistake, dear, your grandfather was framed.
Why and by who? That's what I gotta...
Why and by who? That's what I gotta figure out. You don't have to involve yourself. I'll admit, it's risky. If you do, you might not... No, that's wrong. Ben Mira will watch over you.
Okay. Irene finally steps back, allowing you to breathe.
Accompany me for another 3 blocks. We will go our separate ways then. I'll contact you again if I learn anything new.
You follow behind Irene in silence. As requested, you continue to walk with her for another 3 blocks, then separate. With nothing else to do, you return to Justice Square. Irene's words bounce incessantly around in your head. Ben Mira? Where have you heard that name before? Wasn't that name of one of Lear's mythological figures? Maybe it's the statue, some kind of angel. You can take Irene for the superstitious type. It is now mid-afternoon. Each day is divided into 2 parts, morning and afternoon. Generally, the time of day will advance whenever you either complete a debate or choose to spend time with an important person. When time advances from afternoon to the next morning, the day will likewise advance, and your grandfather's execution will draw closer. Make sure you're able to complete the investigation before the time comes. You still have some time left today. What else will you do? You notice a somewhat distressed-looking child standing in front of the statue. What do you think she's doing?
Why did you ask her? I'd find out.
Sounds kind of time-consuming. Don't we have more urgent things to take care of?
It's possible, but remember what we know about your abilities. The more ideals you inherit, the stronger they become. Helping her out could inspire you with new ideas. And since implication is the only real asset you can bring to your investigation, well, I think you can justify the time spent anyway.
I suppose it makes sense. Every now and then you'll run into an important character on the streets of Lear, marked with a heart icon. I'm guessing there's no way you're able to do all of the important characters in a given run. Talking to one of these characters will make time advance, but will also inspire new arguments and or rhetoric. Consider this an alternative to the usual investigation progression avenues. Alright, well, it seems to want me to do it, so. Statue's faded, okay. Excuse me, are you okay? Wah!
Hi. I'm fine, thanks.
Shadow reverts back to staring intently at the statue. You get separated from your parents?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to figure out what deals with this statue.
The statue?
Supposedly there's a treasure room from a long time ago hidden underneath of it.
Oh? Where'd you hear that?
Come again?
Never mind. How wish you luck.
Since you're here now, well, you want to find a secret?
Sure. I'd be glad to lend a hand.
Cool. Nice to meet you. I'm Adventure Kid.
Your parents named you Adventure Kid?
Well, no. But they did tell me never to give my real name out to strangers.
You set to work helping Adventure Kid investigate the statue for secret openings. As you search behind the statue, your hand grazes a rusted latch inside of a hole near the base. It's in the center of a rectangular patch of building material, different from the rest of the base. Definitely suspicious. Hey, have you seen this already?
Seen what? Oh, that. Yeah, I've seen it.
I couldn't get it to come unstuck, though. Huh. Your hand dances around the latch, trying to find the least uncomfortable spot to tug from. You find as good as you think you'll get, and... Huh. Busted in place. Looks like it's not going to move.
Why are you pulling on it?
Is it not a pull?
So we get to wiggle a little bit when I pushed on it.
Sure enough, the latch does give a little bit when you push up on it.
Wait, what's this? There's something else in there.
Oh yeah? You release the latch to get a better look.
Ah, no. Disappeared again.
Huh. You depress the latch again.
Oh, there it is again. It's a button.
Quick as a flash, Adventure Kid's arm shoots into the hole, presses the button. You are clicking suddenly the latch you're holding on to gets heavier. I think the back of the statue just came off. I'm going to need a hand with this.
Got it.
Wasn't there a cop right there? The two of you work together to move the back panel of the statue. Sure enough, it cleanly separates, revealing an opening large enough for a person to fit through.
Wow, cool. Hey, look at this. You can see the way they hid the button.
Oh yeah? Sure enough, you can see a simple contraption with strings and pulleys laid out inside of the back panel. Connects to a smaller wooden panel that, when raised, reveals the compartment containing the button. While you were noticing this slightly boring detail, Adventure Kid was slipping through the opening and into the darkness beneath the statue. Hey! Are you alright in there? Adventure Kid's voice echoes back up to you.
Well, it's pretty dark. I can't really see anything.
You have a light, don't you? Can't you use your headlamp?
No.
No, it doesn't work. Do you need me to come in there and help you?
I don't know.
She needs me to go in there and help her, doesn't she?
I should get out if you just give me, a little bit.
I'm coming down there. Hold tight. Carefully, you lower yourself into the darkness beneath the statue. Lower yourself slowly to the floor. It's a bit deeper in here than you thought it would be. Suddenly, you feel dizzy. You lose your handhold and go tumbling downward. Oof. That could have gone better. Fortunately, the hole doesn't seem too deep. You could probably pull yourself out on your own if you really tried hard enough. Hey, can you hear me? Where are you? Your voice seems to die in the dark. Oh, this is weird. That looks like blood. As your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see a strange sight before you. Before you have enough time to fully process what you're seeing, you hear a metallic rattling like a chain flying through the air. The cold heart is attached yourself to your left leg. You look down. It was a chain after all. I am the white chain of affirming. Ponens. What on earth is happening? Without enough time to answer that question, another chain from the darkness fastens itself to your right arm. You're immobilized. What is it now? Ow, minor headache. Chains around your limbs begin to pull taut, stretching uncomfortably outwards. But then, you hear two strong impact sounds like metal on metal, and the chains holding in place disintegrate. I am the black chain of denying. Tollins, make use of our power. Alright, 2 arguments. The scene in front of you fades. A moment passes, and then you remember why you came down here. Hey, you still down here?
Why would I not still be down here?
Good. Just keep making noise so we can figure out where you are. You find Adventure Kid and manage to escape from under the statue.
That was cool!
Even though there wasn't any treasure?
True. Someone came in there before us and escaped with all of it.
I guess I can't roll the possibility. But do me a favor and don't go make a habit of diving headfirst into dingy underground cellars.
Why not?
You'll get stuck. And then I'll have to come around to get you again.
You got a point. How horrible.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, we've got to get going now. Bye.
Get going? To where?
On to more adventures.
Adventure Kid runs up. You get the feeling this isn't the last you'll see of her. And sunsetting in the distance, you reconvene with Kieran and wait for him to close his shop. Then together the two of you return to the Ilva's residence. So much reading. Niemi and Alma are held together at the table. You feel tension in the air.
Maybe we can sell our...
Niemi notices you at the doorway, and sounds of discussion fizzle out, giving way to awkward silence. What's wrong? What's going on? Niemi averts her eyes. We were visited again. By that fucking pig. Koldar hangs over the room. I'll just come out and say it. They're threatening to evict us. Like hell they are. Kieran, we've gone over this. We've gone over this. It's special circumstances. What about the forbearance period?
It's over, Kieran. You know we're behind on payments.
We've got the shop.
It doesn't make enough money.
Maybe it would if you were closing up every other day.
Oh, so it's my fault, is it?
Well, whose fault is it? We've got the location. We've got the merchandise. Why isn't anyone showing up? A look of indignation sets in on Niemi's face.
Gosh, Kieran, I wonder why people aren't coming to our shop.
Oh, I never equipped those, the hairbrush. So I don't know if that actually helped me.
I wonder what could have happened to make people not want to come to our shop.
Kieran just slapped Niemi across the face. Dude, I don't like him as much anymore. Kieran. Room erupts into noise. Alma jolts to her feet from the table and scolds Kieran with all the force her voice can muster. A faint squeal emanates from Niemi's mouth.
Why would you do that? What's gotten into you?
Kieran is silent, seemingly frozen in place from shock. Suddenly, I think the corruption's starting to get to them, I guess. Suddenly, he snaps back to alertness and retreats upstairs to escape the cacophony. Alma breaks out in a coughing fit. Niemi, still clutched in hand, crosses over to her. Alma waves her away and struggles back into a seated position. It takes about a minute for the coughing to subside. Alma tries to apologize to you profusely, but she can't seem to catch her breath. She looks like she's on the verge of tears. I guess we'll reassure her. You tell Alma repeatedly that it's fine. It's not her fault. These things happen. Strangely, your words only appear to make her feel worse. Damn it. Things settle down for a bit, and Niemi suggests that the two of you turn in for the night. Sun sets, and the world becomes cloaked in darkness once more. Time passes in uncomfortable silence until Niemi, seemingly unable to tolerate it any longer, decides to fill you in on the situation.
When the Overseer and his goons showed up, I basically went into a panic. I thought they were going to throw us out right on the spot.
Overseer?
Malraven Cask. You know about him?
Yeah, I know about him. Kieran does too.
Did he tell you? Yeah, Kieran hates his guts. They, have a history.
Is that right?
Yeah. Kieran, has been suspected of doing a few things.
Oh.
I mean, like, okay, this might sound bad.
Go on.
Like, property crimes.
Victimless crimes.
Vandalism. The occasional broken window. Like, and well, once or twice never mind, it's not important. I don't think he's really done anything that bad. But they've been trying to catch him for that stuff for months. You remember when I got stopped by enforcement on my way home? They were trying to get me to rat on him. I don't know what for specifically. It's always something. That's why Kieran hates the Overseer. Feels like he's always sending his goons after him.
Cask is?
Yeah, Cask. The man's obsessed with finding my brother guilty of something. But I guess that's actually not the only reason Kieran hates him.
Why else? Eviction threats?
Well, basically.
Was she about to say something else? The guy probably killed his father or something. What happens if you get evicted?
Well, we call it eviction, but I guess the official term is relocation. The city provides everyone housing, but...
Niemi pauses for a moment to collect her thoughts.
So, every housing block is supposed to be self-sufficient, right? Taxes paid by the residents are supposed to go towards keeping the block in good shape. Maintenance and all that. Right now we're in priority housing, just barely, but we're there. These are the good homes. So basically lots of people want to live here. And because of that, there has to be a way to decide who gets to and who doesn't. One way is the taxes thing. If you don't pay your taxes, you get kicked out of priority housing.
And go where?
Non-priority housing, with all the other delinquents.
So you get shoved in a lower quality home.
If you're lucky. Remember, this is where the delinquents go. Have you seen Lower Justice? I guess not. You're not from the city. Well, just imagine... What do you think a bunch of houses nobody pays to upkeep look like? It's a shack if you're lucky. Most not even qualify as a house. That's not all. Crime is awful around there, and the city doesn't even seem to care. There are barely any patrols.
Well, she's not quite pointing out that it's probably a survival issue. Having cops there would help. Having better housing there would help.
It's a lawless wasteland. Most of them get relocated. Most people who get relocated either leaving the city entirely or going missing. But we can't leave. We got nowhere else to go.
And you can't make the payments.
We're too poor. We haven't been able to basically ever.
I want to help. Your family's too nice for this to happen to you. Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, I don't know. Payments are backed up a few months. It's dreadfully expensive.
There's got to be something I can do, though.
We'll figure it out. It's okay. It'll be fine.
No, it won't. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice someone moving down the street from outside the window. You stand upright. It's Kieran. He's left the house.
What's up?
It's Kieran. He's left the house.
Oh yeah, he does this sometimes. Probably just out for a walk. He'll be back by morning.
Is it safe for him to be out there alone this late?
Well, I don't know. Nothing bad has happened to him before, though.
That's foreshadowing. Should I go tell Alma?
Mom? I wouldn't worry about it. He's just trying to cool off.
Reassured by Naomi's words, you decide to let it be. And yet, you can't shake the feeling that something as awful about is going to happen. Something weird is happening in this city. Irene's words from Echo... Irene's words from earlier echo inside of your head. People are losing their minds. Losing their minds? What did she mean by that?
It's a symptom of something bigger. Something nefarious. Something evil.
Something evil, huh? Strong words. Yet Irene doesn't seem to involve in hyperbole. Something evil that causes people to lose their minds. What has the old man gotten himself into? No, even worse, what has the old man gotten you into? If Irene's fears are justified, Kieran really be safe out there tonight? How could Naomi know, without knowing the things that you know? With these thoughts still nagging at the back of your mind, you drift uneasily off into sleep. Soon morning comes, and sure enough... End of demo? No, oh, okay. You find Kieran and Alma both in the main room. Alma's reading quietly, a cup of tea steaming next to her. Kieran appears to be getting something from the kitchen. Good morning. Morning. Kieran refuses to make eye contact with you. Is he embarrassed about last night? Before you can exchange any more words, Kieran returns to his room upstairs. Hopefully he'll be back to normal by this evening. He's got whatever the brainitis is. You know it. It's Naomi's turn to run the shop, but you won't be walking with her today. Your investigation is taking you to a different part of town. Lucia Trattoria. That's your lead. You're going to look for her at the courthouse. You say a few parting words to the Ilvis family and set out. You're in the reception area of the courthouse. 2 days ago, you'd come here for your grandfather's trial. You recall vividly how busy it was. The noise of the crowd was overwhelming. At the time, you had assumed that was just what it was like in a city courthouse. Today, however, it seems you were mistaken in that impression. You glance around the room. Several groups seem to be waiting quietly for various court proceedings to occur. It isn't desolate by any stretch of the imagination, but it's worlds away from the madhouse seen on the day of your grandfather's trial. You approach the front desk. Excuse me. Look for one Lucia Trattoria. You have an appointment? No, I don't. You need an appointment to speak with investigations. Oh. I can set one up for you. Are you free next week sometime? Next week's a little too late. Do you have anything earlier? Receptionist furrows her brow and thinks deeply. Who are you trying to meet with again? Lucia Trattoria. Trattoria. Yes? Can I help you? Oh, there she is. One approaches you from behind. Judging by her stance and setup, she appears to be official in some capacity. Are you with enforcement? No, investigations. You were looking for me? Are you Lucia Trattoria? Correct. How may I assist you? Oh, wow. Okay. Good timing. I'm afraid I'm rather busy. Sorry. I just had a few questions about a recent case. Likely classified. I don't want to know much. Lucia seems to be mulling over whether her time would be better spent elsewhere. Just a few questions from a concerned citizen. Very well. I'll see what I can do. Follow me to my office. You follow Lucia down a long hallway. Your footsteps echo up the hard marble of the courthouse floor. At the end of the hall is a small wooden door. Lucia opens the door and gestures for you to enter. On the other side of the door is a room approximately the size of a large closet. Desk, a bookshelf, and a filing cabinet have all miraculously managed to fit themselves crammed in near the far wall. Like a ship inside of a bottle. Is this really Lucia's office? You suppose it might not bother someone who spends most of their time, or most of her days out on field work. Lucia closes the door as she enters behind you, isolating two of you from the outside. With that, you're now alone. Now, what did you want to ask about? Oh, right. I want to ask about the Lutwich case. Ah, Lutwich. There's nothing I can say about it, sorry to say. Totally classified. It's too soon. Let's press. This opportunity may not present itself again. You gather the best of your courage. You're going to tell me everything you know. Wow, that was forceful. Sorry, not happening. Tell you wanted, please depart. Alright. Still a decent spread, okay. I'm going to go with the base starter deck. Without editing. And hopefully that's enough. Promises won't take long. What happened to the Lutwich that night? No, I won't tell you. For their sake. The people there are great. Cop brain. What is the deal here?
Bad news. She's a true believer. You get more resistance than you're used to.
Well, that's how it's gotta be. To willpower. Stack that. A little extra blue going on. She's probably gonna take a crack at one of mine now. Oh, no, she's shielding. Good. We get to keep whatever matches, so... Oh no, she got the defense on that. Well, always takes the one that's, alright, hook. I don't have any defenses. Alright. I know she uses blue, so fire that. See if I can't break through the shielding a little bit. Okay. Shielded entirely, that's fine. I have enough juice, damn it. pays for itself. Oh, wow. That's incredibly annoying. You gotta hit hard and fast. Alright, I got 1 and 1. Should have gone for blue. I didn't really forget those were in my hand. We gotta shut down that yellow as fast as possible. Okay, that took the shield took that. Can I do the conversion? Yeah. One more conversion, she's gonna be able to activate that. Yeah. Oh no, she's gonna hit me first. Okay. Can I blow that out of there? Because if she hits me, I'm absolutely losing a willpower, so... Hit her again. Alright, we're in. That's a willpower down. Wait a moment. Huh? Something is based on false pretenses. Excuse me? I'll explain. You think we're hiding something important. That's based on nothing. What are you even saying? You classified the entire case. Merely classified. It's different. It's to protect our methods and sources. It has nothing to do with our transparency as an organization. Put this another way, even though I'm not able to talk about the Little Witch case, it doesn't mean we aren't. In fact, you'll find that we have. We presented the information we found at the trial. That's what our investigation turned up. You can hardly say we tried to hide it from everyone. Everyone in attendance would have left with a clear understanding of why we at investigations came to the conclusion we did. You're being ridiculous. Am I really? No, I don't think I am. We've given the public all the information they need. I already forgot what voice was for her earlier. But I suggest we've been less than entirely forthcoming on that. Where's your evidence of malpractice? Evidence, huh? There is none. You've got nothing. Said the eyewitness. So there's a little bit of Phoenix Wright to this, too. One witness, just one. That's all the case events Whitaker could muster. Really what passes for enough? Does this even count as evidence? It does, and furthermore, that's just how it is sometimes. It doesn't sign of malpractice in the slightest. Some cases have less evidence than others. That's just the way it is. Do you really think it's good enough? I won't apologize. The world isn't perfect. Sorry you have to find out this way. Alright, this is the only premise I have left, though. So what happens if I use them all? Oh, push the blue. She's probably going to hit me for 1 willpower. Once that goes through. Maybe not. Oh, she's going to try to keep that down. I'll see if I can shield it after this. I'm definitely going to take 1 willpower hit here. Unless... Oh, shielded shit. That was a waste. Alright, so that's going to whack me once, but... Thought she went for a yellow instead of a blue, otherwise we would have been doomed. Shield out. I'll blast the blue to... I have to take a turn to do it, but... Yeah. To drop her versatility and give me some juice to fire off some other stuff. She's shielding her yellow, but... It was the reverse of what I wanted to do. God damn it. We're dead. I fucked that up. Well, we're gonna take a loss, it's fine. If you can protect that shit, we're good, but... I gotta hit that blue. Fine, Some time here. Oof. Shield's broken. Can last one more goddamn round. So I'm still gonna be out of arguments, so. So I didn't need to stack anymore. Alright. Okay, arguments are refreshed. Good. We got 3 right away, so I can resonate right away, right? No, I gotta wait for it to count in, that's fine. Stack that up. Probably should have taken something more powerful to do more damage, but whatever. Just trying to go quickly. Yeah, she's gonna use that. Okay, she's going in for the kill, but it is a high score one, so okay. Let me go with blue for the next one. So we got a lot of juice. I gotta shut down that yellow shit. It's gonna be tight. I don't know how useful that was going to be, but whatever. Buy me time. Shit. God damn it. Oh well, we're gonna see what happens when you lose. Bullshit. We'll quit. We've been playing this forever. I gotta take a style. This is cool though. It's gonna take a little getting used to, but I'm digging it.